Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're here. I just thought I would say hello and welcome. And this is the first time I've actually scheduled a live. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure. I've never scheduled a live. Oh, great. Perfect. All right. Yeah, before I just like click go live and I haven't scheduled it. I don't even know how to do the little countdown. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Pam. Good. All right. I wasn't sure because I the first time I've ever scheduled it. Hi, Susan. I probably shouldn't even be showing myself. I'm a hot mess today. I've been at camp all weekend, and I got back last night, and then had family at the house all day today, and I've just been a real hot mess. So I probably shouldn't show my face. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, oh, great, Jay, thank you. I'm just going to kind of switch because I don't think you really need to see my face that much. So I'm just going to switch views there. And what I've got tonight is when I came into my craft room, yours hasn't started yet, Stamp Girl, Dallas. Hopefully it'll get going. Maybe hit the refresh or something. I don't know. Anyway, I came into my craft room about a couple of hours ago and I was just messing around. On my last live, I did do a little bit with this KCC April 2024 bonus printable. Actually, I grabbed them. I did these two cards. I just foiled the tulip and the background and laid it down. And then I did these cute little, the little boy and the little girl, and I think they're adorable. Thank you for your kindness. But anyway, I was just messing around and I started foiling a bunch of stuff. And I don't know if you can, how well you can see that, but oh, you have a delay, Pam. Hmm. Well, I did this at the last minute while I was watching you, Jay. I thought I need to get this stuff organized so I can keep track of it. So I just grabbed, actually, I had some stuff in it, went over, dumped it out on the floor, brought this back. So anyway, but yeah, I did some foiling and I just took some of that Gina K turquoise C foil that she has and did some foiling on that. And then I had this iridescent, what is this? This is deco foil that is like an iridescent, and I foiled this on there too. I don't know how well you can see that, but I was just playing around. I did the same thing with this, just kind of it's got like a rainbow iridescent on there. Oh, Stacy's here. Okay, there's my sister. My sister Stacy is in the chat. She went to camp with me, so we'll talk a little bit about that once we get going. But anyway, and then I cut these down to kind of close to 6x6 panels. I also foiled this one, and I thought it was really pretty. And then I foiled these. And then I've got these panels ready. I've got a couple of the black and white that I just cut apart, those. And then I also foiled a bunch of the little cut aparts that came with this. This one I actually cut off too short, but I thought it was pretty. And I just foiled some of those. And I did some of the sentiments, and I thought I had them all organized here, and I foiled some of them, and I left some black and white so I could use those too. And then I've got just a bunch of circles. Here's a happy birthday that I foiled. So I just did a little bit of foiling, and I thought I would kind of just do some different things with this tonight. I really didn't have a lot of time to plan because I was gone at camp all weekend. And so I just threw some things together and thought, I'm going to try and get alive. I'm trying to get practice at this because, as you know, Kendra's Card Challenge is doing some live videos to support the challenge, and I need to get some live videos under my belt so that I can participate in that. So I'm trying to learn. I don't know how to make the fancy background like Jay does. I need to learn how to do that. But and I don't know how to do the countdown. Last time Dawn was on and she was helping me with some things, and I did learn some things from her, and that was very helpful. So what I was thinking I would do is I think I'm going to start off with actually this panel right here and use it. And I'm going to bring in, I've got some elements laying here. For one thing, I've got a card base, and I've got a card panel. Now this, I'm going to use sketch 9 of Kinder's Card Challenge. I'm just going to use that one for this one. And you're supposed to have a 3 by 3 1/4 square and then a 4 inch square to back it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 3 1/4 square. I got to turn my cutter around and just go 3 1/4 square. And I think I wanted to go this way because I kind of had a vision. However, I don't know how clear it would be, but I'm going to take that and then I need to go 3 1/4. So I think I'm going to go here and just take that white top off, and then that'll give me 3 1/4 square. And then my plan was to line it on this black background here. And this is the build a scene here, that section of that sketch that we're doing. And I'm just going to bring in some glue. You like that panel, Stacy? Camp, like out in the woods, or camp like, well, let me talk about the camp while I'm assembling this. It was actually a church camp that the ladies only of our church were going to. And it actually was called Twin Lakes. And so, yeah, it was out in the woods and we were in a cabin, but we were pleasantly surprised at how wonderful our accommodations were. I mean, we had, I can't talk and glue at the same time. We had a nice cabin that had 2 restrooms and a shower in there. There were actually 6 of us ladies, I think, is that right? 6 of us ladies staying in the same cabin. There were 4 of our other ladies were in the cabin next door. So it was a real nice accommodation, not what I had envisioned. I thought we was going to be in some log cabin that we had to walk down the way to use the restroom or whatever, but it was very nice. But the fun part about this is, of course, we had devotions every day and that, but we got the opportunity to zip line every day, or we could, yeah, every day we could do that. We could zip line. We actually did trap shooting. So I shot a shotgun for the very first time. And actually, I've never shot a gun. Many of you know my kids are police, they're state troopers. And yet I still have never shot a gun in my life, but I did this weekend. So these panels here need to be 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to try and do is kind of continue my scene by doing this. We'll see what happens. It just was an idea I had. So am I losing you guys? I'm going to go to 1/2 inch here and trim it down. And then we'll take this one to the 1/2 inch and trim it down as well. Anyway, so I did actually shoot a shotgun, and I did not injure myself or anyone else in the process. So that was pretty cool, I thought. So now I have these 2 that I have cut apart, and I'm hoping to continue my scene if I remember what order. They go in this order here, like that. And then I have a black piece that I have cut, but I think I can lay these on here. Yeah, it was incredibly fun. In addition to zip lining and shooting, trap shooting, we also got to do the boats with a paddle. And what else did we do? I'm trying to think. I was going to say, oh, we did knife throwing. So we had these boards that had these like targets on. Well, they were like, I'm making a mess here. They were like round, where you would cut down a tree and slice them, and then they had them up there, so you were throwing into like a slice of wood or whatever. And we had these knives, and they had lines, like there were 3 levels where you could throw from. And so we did that, and that was incredibly fun, which I had never done that before either. And so that was fun to do that. Turns out we weren't that great at it. I don't think any of us actually shot a trap. Well, I think that's what they call them, or they're orange little pucks, I guess is what I would call them. But none of us successfully shot those. However, I was just glad that it was a 20 gauge that I was able to shoot that and not hurt myself. So that went well. And then the knife throwing, the only thing I was able to stick it in was the mud. So that's what we did. But it was pretty fun. So I think I'm getting the elements, and this isn't the card base I want. The elements laid out for sketch 10. So I've got this, which I'm going to use this. And then I've got this. And I think I made this layer a little too long. So I may have to cut it down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, let's just trim it down just a little bit. It'll make it look a little uneven, but I want it to kind of line up with my panel. So I'm just going to cut that off. And we'll cut that off. And hopefully that'll be a little bit closer to matching the level of the paint. Yeah, that's closer. So that could work. I think I could even take a little bit off this side and make it look a little bit more even. Hopefully I won't mess it up. Get it lined up right. So anyway, that was fun. We had a really fun time. We got a lot of exercise because we did a lot of walking, and I think I did mess that up. And a lot of climbing. The climb up to the zip line was a lot harder than actually zip lining. It was really quite fun. And I actually, when I got up there, I asked the guy, I said, do you have to hold on with both hands onto your harness? And he said, no, you don't have to hold on with any hands. And so I said, great, I'm going to video it. So I took a good video of it, and we enjoyed it. In fact, I put a video of the whole weekend together, and we played it at church today. So that was kind of fun to share with everyone what we had done. So that's basically what we did this weekend. It was incredibly fun and different for us. So I was thinking for this panel, I would use one of these as the backer sheet. I thought that could be fun. And so I'm going to cut it down, and I've lost my sketch. Where is it? Okay. And it looks like this panel is a full A2 size. So I'm just going to cut it down to 5.5 by 4.25, and we'll use that per panel. So yeah, so it was really fun. We actually took a van, and all of us rode together. My sister drove, and I was the little co-pilot. But it was fun. We had a lot of camaraderie, and I really needed to get away with the grandkids, watching them. And I was desperate to get a break. We don't have any vacations planned yet until we've got one in September, and I think we're going to have one in October. We'll know here shortly. So I haven't had any vacations this spring, and I was really wanting to get away. And so that was the perfect opportunity to get away. In fact, I think Tracy, I think you took my place there at on Lynn's live, because I asked her if she could replace me, and she did. So you have a place where you go and break plates and glasses and stuff. Where's that at? You do a hammock zip line kind of thing? I've never heard of that. Don't forget our oh yeah, that's the other thing my sister said. We did have a craft, and I don't have it within reach to show you. Where did I put that? I think it must be in the kitchen. Yeah, we just took a little glass jar, and they had a whole bunch of real um, careful little floral die cuts. I just real precious. I mean, very thin. And we just Mod Podged our glass jar, and then we decorated the jar with the leaves and the flowers and all this stuff, and then put a little tie around it and label and everything. It was a real basic craft, but we did do that, and that was fun. So I should have brought it in to show you, but we did have the crafting. But it was a good time. So this is how it's going to go together. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think I'll just glue it straight down and keep it kind of flat. Let's see. It looks like I'm supposed to have a banner too. So we'll try to come up with a banner. Anyway, so it was fun. We laughed pretty hard. I said in our video at church, we missed all of our shots trap shooting, and we missed all of our knife throwing. We didn't hit any of that, so we missed on that. But we didn't miss the mill. And then one of the girls said, "You got to add to that. But you missed your mouth." I spilled my coffee all down me at I don't know if it was lunch or dinner or when it was, but so they got a big kick out of that. And I had to go and change my shirt because I was soaked. But anyway, but that's funny. That's not unlike me. I'm kind of a klutz, so I'm always bound to do something like that. So let me think. I've got this piece of paper here that I think the color could maybe go nicely with it. I'm trying to think if I've got anything else. Okay, because I need a little banner there. It would be a very little banner, I think. I'm not sure about the color of that. What do we got here with this? I think this color. Well, now I'm going to use that color for something else. Let me bring in, yeah, let's do this. I think this is closer to the color that we want to use. So let's just do this. And we'll make a little banner and put on there. And I don't, it's not my favorite thing to cut a banner. I like to use a die. Throw sequins everywhere. That's a great idea. I've got to grab some. I didn't get any out. Dallas was talking about cat scrappiness, enamel dots and stuff. I have a ton of that stuff, and they make fabulous embellishments and different things. So I have a bin behind me that I could actually grab them out of and put them on there. But yeah, if you want embellishments, I'm telling you, cat scrappiness has got them. So I don't want this to be very long because I don't have a lot of landscape there. Let's start with this and see what that looks like. And this Cricut trimmer is the worst. It needs a new blade or something, but yeah, I think I could do that. I don't want to cover up my little butterflies. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. Got a little piece on there. The neighbor's dog's barking. Dog is barking if you hear that. I've got the window cracked a little bit because I know Jay was saying his weather wasn't great there, but we are having fantastic weather here now. And it's actually pretty warm. So what did I do with that glue? There it is. It's amazing how you can just lose stuff in your craft room. I mean, it could be laying right in front of you. So no rock climbing fatigue. Let's see. Some hard to see foil on the camera. Can you see it better like that? One of the gals that ziplined with us in our group was older. I forget how old she was or is, and we had to climb. We had to walk up a hill and then up some stairs, and then we actually had to climb up a whole bunch more stairs to get to the zip line. And she actually counted the stairs. There were 48. And so, oh my gosh, we were winded as we were going up there, and we'd have to stop on the level and kind of, suck wind and get our breath. 81 she was 70 years old. Yeah, she said it was on her bucket list that she wanted to do. I didn't think she was that old, but okay, I'm going to grab my basket of sequins. So, or embellishments, I should say, and let's just see what we've got. Actually, I'm just going to grab what's on top here. I'm going for the path of least resistance. It looks like I've got these are cat scrappiness here, and that color could be very pretty. I'm thinking, I don't know if I should use the pink and Maine. That kind of looks like a pretty good match there, that pink and Maine does. What do you think? Should I use the pink and Maine? Hey, Yvette, thanks for making it. The pink and Maine, I don't know if you can tell the color with that, if that would be better, this color here, or the bigger ones. They kind of look like the pattern that I put on there a little bit. I think I'm gonna use the smaller ones. I think that's what I'll do. So I'll just lay those aside. But I mean, I have a ton of different embellishments from, sorry, I'm away from the camera there, from Cat Scrappiness. They have the really great ones. So, okay, let's just bring some of these in and see what we can do with them. Sometimes I fight with my sequins. I get them stuck to my desktop and other things like that. I don't know, are there any? Yeah, they don't even show any embellishments on this sketch, but anyway. So, we'll just lay these down on there. So what's going on? You're still recovering and hoping tomorrow's better. I was wondering how you were doing. I'm glad you're recovering. Susan says she's determined to do some indoor rock climbing. First, I have to make it up the street. Yeah, it helps to kind of take baby steps and build up to those kinds of things. I've just had fun all winter, just being indoor and eating everything in sight. And so I've really got to get back in shape. I've been trying, and I was really good at our retreat, trying to not ruin the progress that I've made. But yeah, I've had a fun winter just eating my way through all the good snacks and all the yummy pies and all of that stuff. So I'm glad for the weather to improve so I can get out. Anyway, I don't know if that's enough embellishments or not, T. What do you think? We got 6 on there. We got to have at least 7. So we'll maybe sprinkle some more around. Fill in some of this white area. So what's going on? Oh, Lala is in there in the chat. She's saying that hopefully Yvette is feeling better. All right, so I'm going to go with that. Now I didn't bring in a sentiment, and let's see if I have anything that I could use. I don't know. They might all be too big for this. I may have to make this just be a note card. Now we have these, but they're all in gold, and I'm not sure I want to use them. So let's just look. Yeah, I think this one is going to be one that, well, we could use Happy Spring on there. That's not bad. 3 years and still can't walk up inclines. I live on a hill, Susan says. Thanks, Yvette. I appreciate you saying that's beautiful. Thank you, Lala. Yeah, and Dallas is saying don't overdo it, Yvette. You gotta take care of yourself. There's so much that's pretty on here. I hate to cover it up, but I feel like this is the spot right here that I would put it. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I've got some of these, just some square foam strips here, and I'll get them laid down on here. And then we'll move on to our next card. You love the circles. Yeah, I think it was Dawn that said she just cuts out a whole bunch of circles and has them ready. And I thought, I'm going to do that. And I've just stuck this to my craft desk. There we go. So I thought I'm going to cut out. So I cut out some black ones, some silver ones, which are probably glaring on there, and some white ones, so that I could just grab whatever sizes I want and I would have them. And so that's what I did, just to kind of prep a little bit. Love the blue banner flag. Thanks. So I'm just going to lay this down on here, and then that'll finish off our card. I just thought it was fun, instead of adding the pattern paper like the sketch calls for. I knew I was going to have to trim that away, and there was so much fun on that foiling. So I thought it'd be fun just to trim those strips down and just add them and kind of have a continuous pattern on there, even though we had to cut it and kind of follow the sketch. So I think it turned out all right. Hopefully you can see the foil on there. And that's what I did. Well, thank you very much. Okay. What I'm going to do next is I'm hopping all over the place, Dallas. I had set aside something, I think, for sketch 5, because I was looking at, what did I do with the panels? I was looking at this panel, and I thought it was kind of fun. I don't know if you can see that iridescent, almost rainbow shine to it. And I thought that one would be kind of fun. And I'm going to move on to it. So we've got, what I say, sketch 5. And then I had this piece of gray paper that was already cut that was laying out. And I just happened to have it beside where I was working. And I thought, well, that could look pretty good on there. So I need to cut it down. And we need a top folding card base. So I'm going to bring this top folding card base in that I planned ahead on. And then we're going to cut these panels down. Now this one is, I need to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Actually, let me see. This is going to cover this. Yeah. Well, it would if it was big enough. So we'll trim that down. And I'll I'll do that on my guillotine if I can. I'm just moving my guillotine over, and I'm just going to trim this real quick. Sorry about that. And I just cut that down so that that card panel will be big enough. Okay, so we should be good with that. And I keep hiding my glue. Every time I grab the sketch to look at it, I lose my glue. So we'll just get this laid down on there, and then we can work with that other panel. I think I need to cut it down. I don't think I have it the right size. So this is just a piece of gray that I already had pre-cut that was laying in my craft room. And then this one's supposed to be 3 3/4 by 5.5. Did I cut this down? I might have. Let me look at it. 3 3/4 by, 5 is what I've got. So let's see. 5. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. It's not going to follow the sketch exactly, but you don't have to. I mean, you can make it your own. Because how they have it is that it's going all the way up the top, and you just have the sides showing. Gosh, I hope you can see that rainbow look on there, because that is really pretty. Hi, Sarah. I'm not very good about doing the chat and all that and everything, so I got to get better at that. And who is T calling a rebel? Is she calling Sarah a rebel, or are you calling me a rebel because I'm not following the sketch? I guess that's probably what she's referring to. But you know, you got to make it your own. I think I was reading, and maybe you saw this, T, in the KCC. A gal was saying that she was working on her sketch, and she got to, I don't know, one of them that she just didn't like the patterns or the placement of the things together. And she was kind of asking the group if she could change them. And she definitely can. And so that's part of why I want to say you make it your own. I think that looks really pretty. Because, if you can't make it your own, plus you're going to make mistakes too. I mean, I make mistakes, and you have to figure out ways to cover them up and all that. So this next panel that's going on there is supposed to be 1.5 by 5.5. But since I didn't cut that one right, I'm going to trim it down and make it 5. And I don't know, is that? Yeah. Okay. So we've got 5 by 1.5. And I'm just going to make sure that I open it up correctly, because I have been known to glue my stuff down wrong, which can happen. And then this one's going to go here. And I just thought this teal color would hopefully pick up that shimmer that's in there. So that's why I was going to go with that. So that's what I'm going to do. The birds are chirping outside. It's lovely. The motorcycles are all revving. I had to close the window a little bit because I think every motorcycle in the neighborhood is out today. And I thought it would probably be distracting. I don't know how much of that outside noise you can hear, if any. Hopefully not, but I've got the window cracked a little bit because it's nice, but I'm not ready to turn on the air conditioner. Definitely not. I want to enjoy the nice weather while I can and not turn on the air conditioner. Oh, Lala says she always makes the mistake of gluing things wrong. I do that too. And the other mistake I make is when you have a layer that's only going to go from like here to here, I'll glue it down first. And then I have to do all this crazy cutting or trying to figure out how to make it fit, instead of putting the layer on there, cutting it, and then adding the layer to the card base. I do that all the time, and I'm constantly looking for some crazy way to fix it. So this sketch here, sketch 5, is pretty simple. You're just going to put some kind of a shape here. It suggests 2.5 by 4.5, and then you've kind of got some circle things there. I kind of have gotten tripped up on the circle, the extra circle things on there, just because they're so small. I'm like, what do you add on there? So I don't know. I was thinking about just adding something like, instead of an oval, just adding something like this on there is what I was thinking, or maybe the smaller one. What do you think? I think the bigger one maybe. The bigger one's kind of similar, more similar to the suggestion that is on there. And we could do that. So let's go ahead and just do that. I think it'll be fun. And I think I'm going to just try and pop up and let the leaves, or maybe I'll glue this down and put some foam tape on the wings. I was calling them leaves. I don't know what I'm thinking. Sometimes when you get a camera in front of you, you can't speak coherently, and I think that's what I've got going on right now. So actually, these are big enough. I think I can just do it like this. And let's see if this works. I don't know. It might not. Sometimes I get these crafty ideas in my head, and then trying to bring them to the craft table doesn't always work. But I was thinking if I just kind of maybe bent that down, and then, yeah, I think it'll work. So I'm going to pull these off and lay them down. So this worked out perfectly, going live after Jay. I was talking with Jay via message, and I said, hey, Jay, I said, does anybody immediately follow you on your live? And he said, I don't think so. And he said, I said, well, I was thinking about going live and giving it a whirl again tonight. And he said, well, he said, if you do, send me the link. And he said, and I'll promote it on mine. So I did send him the link, and anyway, then T put it out there, but I appreciate that. It was so kind of him to be willing to do that, and I was very thankful of that. So I thought that was nice. So I think this looks pretty good so far. And it does say, those extra little circles, but I'm not sure I have anything that I'd want to use on that. So I'm just looking, I don't know that I need an extra circle on there. They show an extra circle down here. So maybe I'll use a circle cinnamon if I have something I could use. This one says thank you. Let's just look at what we've got here. I have a silver one that we could add. I don't know how that looks. What do you guys think about that? Crafty friends are just the best. Only if you had small butterflies. I know. And you know what I did? I had some on one of these, and I didn't foil them. Where are they? Do I still have them? Because I suppose I could probably, I don't know, cut them out, maybe. Where are they? The other thing I could do is we could get, I think I have, what did I do with those? I know there are some smaller butterflies on here. Oh, here they are. They're on the back of this. I was saving this. That's why I didn't cut them out. But I think I could. The only thing is they wouldn't be foiled. So what do you think? How would that look? Hey, Lori, glad to see you. The circles are distracting. Good. Okay. All right. So maybe we just leave them alone. We could add some circle embellishments. Let's find a sentiment and do that. And then we'll just bring in some enamel dots or something like that. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I've got some, yeah, I don't think I die cut or I foiled enough for what I needed. I had these bigger ones and like that, but that's not going to work, certainly. We've got happy birthday. Is that too much, that circle? Yeah, it is. Okay. I was looking at it. We could do a congratulations on there and kind of line that up. What do you think about that? Looks great the way it is. Just leave it alone. I think we could do that and just make it a note card. So you don't think I need the embellishments either? I think it's got a lot going on with the all the shimmer and shine. The one thing I wish I had done now that I'm looking at it is I could have embossed this and just given it some texture, and that would have been nice. You like the congrats, Lori? And Susan likes the congrats too. I could slip that in there. I think that could be fun, and it would certainly be a card that I could use. All right, we're gonna go. I've got 3 people that say that congratulations looks good. So, and I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna pop it up because I need to slide it underneath that butterfly. So I'll just do that and try to carefully not make a mess. I'm kind of a gluey mess. I mean, kind of like spilling the coffee at the dinner table during camp. I'm kind of a gluey mess. Okay. Okay, I think I like that. That looks good. Looks like a finished card. Okay. All right. So we've got that. Now I was thinking I would kind of shift gears because we've done all this foiled stuff and maybe make one with the papers here is what I was thinking. And use this. I liked this paper and I thought it would look really good on some red. So I have some red laying somewhere. I think I moved it when I went to use my when I went to use my guillotine, I moved it. And I thought this could be, so this is going to look completely different. These are very turquoise sea glimmery, and this is going to be very different here. And that's kind of why I had stamped out some of these without any foil on them. So I thought I would use this. And maybe I should try using what we could do is we could use the blacks. Let's do sketch 6. This is one that, and I'm stuck together here. We could use sketch 6. And because I've got the circles, obviously, and we've got the paper. So let's use sketch 6 and see what we can do with that. So we need, and I might just kind of fudge this one a little bit too. And just use one pattern paper on it. And we need a 4-inch, so I'm going to just make this 4 inches here. And then I'm just going to start cutting 3/4 inch strips and do it that way. And then we'll just work on sketch 6. So this is completely different than what I originally had in mind, but I think it'll be all right. And I think I have some black too, so we'll do that. I don't know how many I need to. Yeah, let me do one more, maybe. Okay, so what's going on in the chat? Oh, Lori loves the plaid. Your camp sounded fun. Tom's been watching from our channel and I was listening while making supper. What are you making for supper, Lori? Jay likes the plaid too. Oh, all the plaid. Everybody likes the plaid. Good. I'm glad I chose to do that. I've got 6. Okay, I need another. So I've got a strip here. How big is this? This is probably big enough. We'll bring in a black strip, so we'll have that. And we'll go 3/4. Stacy wants you to tell about the fire. Oh, okay. Thanks, T. I'm not very good about the chat, so thank you. Yes, so I think we were going to trap shoot is where we were going. And we were kind of crossing through another area of cabins when we were going to trap shoot. And we saw just smoke rolling out of one of the cabins, and all the people were kind of running out of the cabin. The cabin next door, the people were running out. The cabin that the smoke was coming out, the people were already out of it. And so we're like, what's all this smoke? And we're wondering what's going on. And there was literally a fire in the cabin. Lori's having salad with some chicken. Ooh, well, that sounds good. I love salad and chicken. Anyway, I'm just rearranging so I can get to my guillotine because my card's off. Let me cut this real quick. So we get up there and we can see the whole thing going on, and we're walking right past it because we're going to the trap shoot. And there's some gals that were standing outside the cabin, and a gentleman was trying to help them. He was part of the camp, and he had gone and gotten a probably a 3 by 3 piece of particle board. And yeah, it was a real campfire. And he went in, and I thought, oh, he's going to smother, maybe it was a kitchen fire. He was going to smother it with that or whatever. But he went in and scooped up a girl's backpack that was on fire, burning. And that's where the smoke was coming from. And as we passed by, the gal said, "That's my backpack." There was nothing in there that could have caught fire. So we go on to the trap shoot, and we're on the range. And the guy that evidently was pulling the fire out was actually one of the instructors, and he had left the trap shoot area to go figure out what was going on and help them. But anyway, what had happened, we heard after the fact, was that they had like a electrical short or wire problem in one of their lamps that had like that plastic cover over it. And so it was like hot, it got hot, and the plastic cover melted down on her backpack and set it ablaze. So yeah, it was a real, it was a church camp. So we said we were really on fire for Jesus, and literally on fire for Jesus. But they got it out quickly, and the fire department finally they came, and they were the ones that determined that it was in fact from the light fixture, the cover. So I'm gonna wing this. Now, when I did this the other day, I put it on a backer sheet so that I didn't have to worry about making sure I get it lined up exactly. But I'm gonna wing it, on live here and see if I can get it right. So yeah, no one was hurt. We were thankful for that. I was thankful. I got to tell you, I had no problem zip lining. I did that. I've done that before. We did a zip line in Jamaica where we did 8 different lines, and it was in like the jungle, and it was really fun. So, but I didn't have any problem zip lining, but I was afraid for the trap shooting. Because I'd never shot a gun before. And plus there were so many women there, and you don't know their skill level. And I thought, gosh, what if somebody shoots somebody? But unfortunately nobody did. And we had good instructors that really helped us. So good. I mean, when you shoot a shotgun, you can kind of hurt your arm or your shoulder with it. But they were so good that we didn't have any issues. Now, my sister who went with me, who is in the chat, she has shot before, but I have not. And that's crazy because my 2 son-in-laws are fire instructors for the state police. And so they've both offered to do it with me, but I've never taken them up on it. So this one, I probably need to put my black piece down. Anyway, so it was, so I got home, and my husband said, I didn't say it. He said, the first thing she said to me was, "I shot a gun." He said he wasn't expecting that, but that was the first thing I said to him, was to tell him that I had done it. But anyway, I was not raised around guns, so I'm not comfortable with them. But anyway, so I gave it a try. And my husband was surprised, first time shooting a gun, you shoot a 20 gauge. He thought that was kind of funny that was what I shot. But anyway, so I'm just going to keep going with this. And I think there's supposed to be another color in there. Wonder if I should bring another black piece in. I think I will. Have I got one laying around here somewhere? I'm sure I do. I thought I grabbed a bunch of black pieces, but I don't know what I did with them. It's really one of these times when you can't find anything. All right, I guess I don't. Let's see. All right, we'll just keep going with the plaid, and we'll just have one layer of that. I thought for sure I had brought some black panels with me. Well, I have this one I can use. There we go. I thought it was the Spellbinders brushed, and I knew that wouldn't work. So what did I have here? I had 3/4 by 4. Let's just do the 3/4, and then we'll cut it down to 4. And we'll use that. And that'll kind of break up that plaid pattern and make it kind of fun. So you just found some number 19. I don't know what that is. What about white? Ooh. Well, let's get a white piece and see what that would look like. We can play with that. So I'm just reaching around, grabbing everything. Let's see. They match your KCC papers perfectly. Okay. I came over a fear. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I realized once I did it, it wasn't that bad. I always thought, oh, I don't want to do that. But once I did it, I realized it wasn't that bad. So what do you think about the white? That's kind of fun. I like that. Good idea. Let's go with the white. Okay. Great idea, T. Oh, 1900s rub-ons. Okay, that's what you meant. Oh, I bet that sounds like fun. I like some of that older vintage looking stuff. Is 1900s vintage? I think so. Anyway. So we'll lay this down. I can hear the crickets chirping, so I don't know if you guys can. There's a little gnat in here. Got it. Okay, we'll move this over just a smidge. Didn't cut that quite as well. Okay. And then we'll lay these down. And I'm not even trying to line up. When I was cutting them, I thought, oh, I'll try to line the pattern up, but I'm not. I'll just make some more interest on the card. So Yvette, take care. I hope you get some rest, and I hope you get healed up from your surgery. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great evening. Okay. And then we've got this strip here that will get laid down. Hoping for your return to crafty adventure tomorrow. Okay. Gonna get that lined up. So there. So now we've got our sketch 6, and we just need to bring in a circle embellishment to it. So I've got these, I did cut these black circles out, and I made some of them bigger so that I could layer them up. We've got this missue. I think that could be really pretty, and just leave it uncolored. I do sometimes just like the black and white on a stamp and mismatch the two bottoms like the top. Oh, whoops. Was I supposed to do that or not? I don't know. Anyway, so I think that could be really pretty. And then we're coming up on Mother's Day. We could do a Mother's Day one, but I don't have a bigger circle for that. We could do that. I think I like this one better. This missue. I think that's pretty. I like that. I think I might go with that. Maybe red embellishment. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks, Lori. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Yeah, you got to stick your neck out sometimes and do stuff, and that's what I'm trying to do. Just kind of be brave and do some things. I am somebody that I worry about perfection and try not to misstep or say things wrong or do things wrong. And so for me to go live and just no holds bar is it's kind of funny. But that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking my neck out there. So I think that looks really pretty. And T's influence. Red is my favorite color too. Thanks, Dallas. I appreciate it. Yeah, lives are not perfect. Lala has kind of preached that to us, that things are going to happen, and you just kind of go with the flow. So, oh, you do get used to it. That's good. Awesome. So I think I like the idea of red, because red is my favorite color too. Now I have these. I got this big box I'm trying to grab stuff out of. So there's some red there. Look and see. I've got a lot of stuff. I just don't know what all red I have. So it's not very organized. But I don't know. These may be the best scenario for it. I mean, you could pull some hearts out of there or whatever, but I think those. But literally, Cat Scrappiness has just all kinds of. That's Trinity, but just tons of different embellishments, and I've got tons and tons. We've got gold. I'm going to go with those red ones from Cat Scrappiness. But this whole bag here is full of these tinsels for shakers, and they have every color. This one, you could even do these musical notes on there. That's kind of cool because I do play in a band. So that's kind of cool. And they also have these, oh, I love these dots for shakers. I love that noise. Oh, love it. Anyway, so let's go with these red ones. And we'll just get some of them laid down on there. Dallas said she was listening to this. Let me see if I can get that. Listening to this. Oh, wait a minute. I play the guitar, is what I play. I have an electric Epiphone, is what I have, and it's beautiful. It's red. You'd love it, T. Anyway, Dallas said she was listening to this guy who was saying that we cripple creativity when we question how good or perfect something is. Awesome. That is so, so true. Oh, you love my embellishment tray? Good. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, Jay, you've got to do some dots. Definitely. Oh my gosh, they are so fun. The chat's moving and I'm grabbing the wrong one to show, but yeah. Let's see what classical did before Arthur. What did you, am I missing one? Oh, you too. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, and I didn't start until I was age 50. So I've only been playing just about a little over 5 years. But it's fun. I love it. And classical guitar. Yeah, that's awesome. Perfect. So anyway, that's my other little, if you can see everything behind me, I actually have a Loog guitar, which is a starter guitar for little kids. I got that for my grandkids. And then I've got a ukulele back there. And then I've got an acoustic Fender over there that I started out on. And then I've got another one that is another electric that I picked up. Somebody at work said, I don't know, her daughter's boyfriend was selling needed to get rid of a guitar, needed some money, and did I want it? And I just did it. And I don't really play it. My dad does enjoy playing that one. Sometimes when he comes over here, he'll grab that one and play. I play with my dad. I've been around music my whole life. My sister and I have, and actually I have two sisters and a brother, biologically. Anyway, but we've been around music our whole life, and I can't believe, I guess I'm a late starter. I can't believe that I waited until I was 50 to start playing, but I did. But I mean, I went, gusto. I mean, I spent all my time, every free minute, learning to play. And I started with one instructor, and spent a little time with him, but then I quickly moved on to another. My second instructor was fabulous, and I spent a lot of time with him. And then I just, was working with my dad and really learning from him and stuff. So anyway, so that's what I do. Yeah, Stamp Grow, great quote. Yeah, that was a great quote. So anyway, that's a little bit probably more about me than what you needed to know, but I think that came out pretty good. I like it. I'm really pleased with how that turned out, and I thanks for T's input. So T comes from a musical family too. Great uncle was a Luther. Oh, I failed to mention. I have another instrument, and it's a mountain dulcimer, and you play it on your lap. And this dulcimer was made by my stepdad. He made all of us kids a dulcimer for Christmas. And what made me think of it was T said that her uncle and our uncle played the dulcimer and made them. And he had all this wood when he passed. And my stepdad got the wood. And then this year he made all of us a dulcimer. A thin red line around the black would look good. Oh, I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that. Like a dotted line, or what are you? Thin red line around the black would look good. Oh, I don't know if I could do that. Around this? Around the strip? I probably have, if I could find them. Some Love from Lizzie strips. Dulcimer. I love from Lizzie with I love from Lizzie thin line through. Okay, through this. Oh, okay, cool. Let me grab one. Dulcimer. I will. Let me see. Where's my love from Lizzie stuff? I think it's here. Oh, I think it's DALCIMER. I don't know. Somebody look it up and tell us because I may not be spelling it right. This thing is beautiful. If my husband was watching the live, which he's not because I told him to stay off the, yeah, DULCIMER. That's what I was thinking. Yep. Anyway, it is beautiful. Mine has walnut, because he could make it however he wanted to, and he is a wonderful craftsman, and so he made us one, and it's just beautiful. That one's not going to work. I'll lay that aside. So this is a good idea, Lori. And I got these Love from Lizzie's, and I haven't been using them as much as I should. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Oh, I love all kinds of music. And yes, I do love bluegrass for sure. I love all kinds of music. We have just, like I said, we were just exposed to so much music as kids. In fact, funny story. I'm just telling you guys everything. If you don't want to hear it, tell me to shut up. But our parents played in a band when they were young. And so I think my mom played the organ. My dad actually at that time played bass. And my uncle, the dulcimer guy, he I believe played lead guitar with him. My mom played the organ, and they played in a band. And we were laughing because we were talking about kind of old clothing and stuff. My dad is 6'4", a very tall, thin man, and their little getup that they wore, he wore white pants, and I think he had a vest. And my sister could correct me if I'm wrong. And white platform shoes. The shoes were white, and they had brown platform, and they were like this tall. And I mean, he's a 6'4" man, so he must have looked, really tall. And then my mom wore white go-go boots with a short leather mini skirt and a little vest and a purple top that had, anyway. So yeah, that's a story down memory lane, but that was their little get up that they wore. So it's hilarious. But love the stripe. Yes, that was a great idea, Lori. Any other ideas? Anyway, I think I'll probably get close to wrapping up here unless anybody else has any other ideas, but I think they turned out all right. It's kind of hard to, just see the foil. I guess I think you can kind of see it when I get the lighting just right. This lighting here, I try to keep it out of there, but anyway. So I think it turned out all right. And so we've got a happy spring. We've got a congratulations. And this will be great for, we're coming up on graduation. So congratulations would be perfect for that. And then we've got a miss you card. And I wouldn't have thought of that red line, Lori. So thank you for that. I think it turned out perfect with that addition. And I appreciate that. So I appreciate you guys watching. I think we've been on here almost an hour. I know it's getting late for some people. So I just thank you for stopping by. If you think about it, before we go, hit that like button because it will help my channel. And I am growing. I'm over the 1,000 mark, and of subscribers, and I've also gotten over the 3,000 hours, and I'm almost nearing the 4,000 hours. So I appreciate all of your support and watching, and I really enjoy this community. You guys are fabulous. I love interacting with you on everybody's lives and channels and stuff. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming, and have a great evening. Take care. Bye bye.